Hello everyone, this is Srinivasa from Informatica GCS, and today I'm going to discuss about the topic of IIR 10.x installation on a Windows machine. The agenda for today's topic is what is license information file, prerequisites for IIR installation, how to create IDS CLNS file, and following that will be the IIR installation demonstration. License information file. The license information file defines the products that may be installed on a particular machine. In order to create a license file, a utility named SSA LI info is run on the machine where the software is to be installed. The license information file contains the target machine properties such as operating system, number of CPUs, host ID, etc. The customer must send the file to the Informatica Corporation to the shipping team, and they'll try to access the IDS CLNS file and they'll provide the license key to the customer. What are the prerequisites of IIR installation? So first you need to download the installer which will be given by the shipping team, and you would extract it, and following that you need to install Java, and you need to set the environment variables in the system path environment variables in the local machine. Now let's see how to create the IDS CLNS file, which is the first step of the IIR installation, which supposed to be sent it to the shipping team for the license key. So this is how the folder structure looks like once you get the IIR installers from the shipping team, and once you get that, you would you would like to open the application, install application, and this is the first option I'm selecting, generate license information file, and I'm generating the IDS CLNS file here, create. And now let's try to open the file and see what all the contents that it has. So these are all the information that the license, the IDS CLNS file has created, which is useful to create the license key of the IIR. So once we provide that file to the shipping team, and we'll be getting a key file, which is basically looks like this, and these are all the information that are present in your system when you shared as the file actually, and these are all the populations that you have access to actually. So now let's try to do the installation of the IIR. So now as I have all the required information, so I'll try to launch the application. So this is just a UI level installation that I'm doing, in the sense I'm just installing the application but not the database level, which is the next step that we would be doing. So now I'm clicking the install IIR product, then I click next, and this is what the folder I wanted. And so there are two types of IIR installations basically. So you want to install if the server is on a Unix machine, and you want to access it on you want to access IIR console on a Windows machine. So in that situation you only want to install the client, not the server. So if you want to install both the server as well as the client on the same machine, then you want to select all, basically selects everything, and all the grayed out area is where I don't have access for in the license key. And if you have permission, if you have license for all the populations files, it will be enabled like this actually. So once I select everything, as I want to install everything, client as well as the server on the same machine, I'm clicking next and next, and I'm just keeping everything as default. As this is my local machine, I'm using it as localhost, and these are all the ports that I'm accessing, and you need to check if these ports are available when you're installing actually. And here is the database information that I'm providing. Click next and install. So this will install a product in the specified path. So now the installation is completed, Now let's try to go to the folder structure and see what all the how it looks like. So this is how the folder looks like, and these are all the things that it has created. And if you would like to check the version of the IIR, and this is how you want to do it. You want to go to the bin directory, and if you open command prompt, and you can just need to type the command version, where it will show you which version you have installed. And if you are applying any EBFs, and automatically IIR has cumulative EBFs, where it will just override the version details actually based on the EBF release date. So now, as the first part of the IIR installation is done, this now comes the DB part, the database scripts. So the database scripts, you'll be able to find it inside the IIR home directory itself. Let me show you the path. So this is the home directory of the IIR, and this is the folder called DB scripts, and this is for MS SQL, Oracle, and DB2. And I have all the scripts ready for, and I have modified them accordingly based on my usage. And let me open it and show it to you. So this is my source schema, and this is my target schema that I have that I'm going to create, and I have modified my user and the passwords accordingly. So now let's try to run this scripts in the database. So I'm a sys user, and I'm running and creating this scripts actually. So once this is created, I would like to verify if everything is created under this sys. So here we are actually creating user SSA src1. So I would like to check SSA src1 whether it is created or not. So basically this user got created, and these are all the tables, and this is one extra table which I have just mentioned it as a sample table, and these are all the remaining metadata tables of the IIR. Now let's try to run the target schema. So this script has been executed. Now let's check if it has created all the tables according to our use. Okay, so this is my username that I have created, that I have mentioned it in the script, and it has created. Now let's try to run the dblist command. So when you run the dblist command, this is how the command looks like, and this is source schema user, and this is the password and the service name. So I'm running this command to check if the connection is able to establish between the IIR and the database or not. So you see here it got succeeded. Now similarly, let's try to run it for the target as well. So I have modified the command accordingly with the target username. So now I'm running the command. So as both of these connections are successful and they're able to establish the connection with the database, now we are good to launch the IIR console. Let's try to launch the console. Now before launching the console, you need to bring up the IIR services. So earlier in 9.x versions, where you want to bring up the license server first, as liup command is not required from 10.x versions, as you just need to run the IDS sub command, where it will bring up the license server as well as the IIR services together. So here is a command that I'm running as IDS sub, where it is trying to bring up the IIR services. So now it has brought up all the services. It says server is up and running. So now let's try to launch the IIR console. So for launching the console, this is a command you use, ids conc -a. So -a is the administrative mode. So I'm running the command. So I'm passing my source I'm passing my target schema user. So once you click OK, so it says okay, you doesn't have any rule base, you want to create it. We'll click yes. So now it says creating rule base, and it has launched the console for us, and this is of the IIR console looks like. And you'll be able to create a system, and you will be able to select the system, and you'll be able to load the IDT. And this is the complete installation that we have done. And of course there are many other utilities that you will be able to configure, but this is the basic installation that is required for IIR. And you can configure HTTP server, XML search server, sync server. It's basically UPD multi and all those real-time syncs. You can do it, and this is the complete installation of the IIR. And if you would like to give us a feedback, and you can follow these two links. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and comment. Thank you.